What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is the What the World Needs podcast. My name is Tori Franco. This is episode 13. And in this episode, I just want to talk about the songwriting competition that I'm involved in and my 52 song challenge. And just kind of run with that. Haven't really planned anything for this week, so this may be short. But if you guys tuned in last week, I had my father on. We just talked music, and pretty much that's like a normal conversation with the two of us, to be honest. We're always talking about what we like hearing and what we vibe to and all of that. So yeah, it was good having him on. He actually requested to be on. I'm happy to have him, and I was happy to have him, I should say. My friggin' microphone is being weird right now. Hold on. Let me fix this pop filter. All right. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope this is good. Anyway, so I don't know. I've been in a little bit of a lull as far as writing goes. There's just so much going on. Not that I don't have it in me, like the creativity and the material, because I do. It's in me, but I just don't have the time to be creating and writing. I do have the time. I haven't made the time. It's my fault. But I got to be accountable for my own actions. But on average, I have a challenge. If you guys don't know, I'm a songwriter, and that's what I'm trying to break out into the industry or whatever as either an artist or a songwriter, get my name out there and use my talents to make a living and do what I love because I'm passionate about music and I love it. So I have this challenge for this year. Thank you to Gary Vaynerchuk, to write 52 songs this year by my birthday, June 29th. So that I can start releasing one a week for an entire year. It's stressful. There's a lot going on, that I'm a part of, that, in some sense of the word, it's like not spreading yourself thin, because I don't feel like that's what I'm doing, but I'm involved in a lot of things at the moment. And, yeah. So I want to talk about the 52 song challenge first, and then kind of segue into the songwriting competition that I'm in. I know I mentioned them in the introduction opposite, but the 52 song challenge I want to talk about first. This is a challenge. It's something that I'm always writing. I've always been writing. I stay writing, but as far as the discipline of sitting down to write songs every single day, at least one song a day, or at least just getting behind my desk and coming up with concepts every single day, I've been slacking in that department. Even with all the people that I'm writing for overseas and stuff like that, I've been slacking a little bit, to getting to it, because I have a problem with procrastination. So I feel like this challenge, when you set a goal for yourself, a definite goal, it gives you something to look forward to and to work toward. And when you see the number of songs left dropping, it makes you feel good and it motivates you. So I have 37 songs left, and I've literally, some albums have 14 songs on them. I've literally written an entire album. This is literally like 3-4 albums in one, and it's crazy that I have that many songs, and it's March. I feel like I should have more, but I like where it's going. Some of the songs I'm obsessed with. Some of the songs are okay, and that's fine with me. I'm still going to release them. I'm going to try and make them as amazing as I possibly can, but I feel like setting goals like that seem not impossible but seem far out is good, especially when you have a goal or an end result, a dream that you want to accomplish. And I feel like I didn't realize how many people were behind this challenge that I have until I tweeted something out And I know, like, almost in every single podcast, I mention Gary Vaynerchuk because if you haven't checked him out or read any of his books or watched his podcast or his videos, you have to go check him out. Gary Gary, Vee. He's amazing. He's motivational, but not in the fake kind of way, like rainbows and butterflies. He's motivational in the sense that he's like, you are not doing shit with your life. Get up, get off your ass, stop procrastinating and being a little vagina, and go do something with your life. And somebody like me needs to hear a voice like that. So the 52 challenge, the 52 song challenge came from one of his podcasts. It was inspired by an interview that he did with a famous rapper, Russ. And Russ talked about how one of the ways that he got noticed was he, like, in 1 year, he uploaded like 98 songs to SoundCloud in that 1 year. So he was uploading on average like almost 2 songs a week. You know, he was producing, mixing, and writing all of these songs. He's a rapper, not to take away anything that he did, because I love Russ. He's amazing. But it's easier as a rapper to do that because you don't have to think of... I mean, he sang on some songs too, so I'll definitely give him credit for that. But you don't have to come up with melodic motifs. You don't have to worry about your voice being hoarse that day and things like that. And rapping, when I've even done it, to me is just easier. It's quicker. You write it. It's, you know what I mean? You don't have to think about it as much. But still, he doubled pretty much what I'm trying to do. And that was one of the ways he got noticed. And I thought of that and I was like, what do I have inside myself that I can put out? And I was like, well, there's 52 weeks in a year. Let me release a song a week. Okay, let's write 52 songs. And that's where it came from. So I made a video. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram or YouTube, my main YouTube channel. I posted the video there. I made this video just kind of briefly, like a minute long, discussing what this challenge is and what it means in the sense of, like, technically what I'm going to be doing. And I tweeted it. And Gary Vaynerchuk and his almost 2 million followers on Twitter, he saw it because I tagged him in it. I uploaded the video and I wrote, you know, this is my 52 song challenge, thanks to none other than the man himself. And I tagged Gary V. And timing, I don't know what it is. This is what I talk about, the universe just delivering, even when you're not even like forcing anything. You just kind of got to go with the flow. The timing was perfect because it was at the time when he was, you know, he goes on and he'll retweet people that he sees, and I just I tweeted him and he retweeted me. So that video got on Twitter, which is unheard of for me, having 300 followers. That video got like 15,000, 16,000 views, bunch of retweets. People were reaching out to me like, that's so inspiring, and people were so interested in this journey. And I thought, wow, I'm kind of onto something here, you know, like I figured my YouTube, my home base, which is my YouTubers, you know, my YouTube followers, I should say, my Filipinos and everybody who follows me on Facebook and everything like that. I figure that all of you guys would be interested, but a bunch of strangers reaching out to me saying like, hey, we're behind you. We believe in you. This is an amazing goal to have, and you know, keep going, keep, you know, just giving words of encouragement. It was amazing. And I feel like that's what this 52 song challenge is. It's putting myself out there to challenge myself to be critiqued as a songwriter, as somebody who is in the public, or is, when you put yourself out there, you are vulnerable to people critiquing you and picking you apart, and picking your songs apart, picking your physical appearance apart, picking apart what you say. And to have such a positive reaction from strangers regarding the 52 song challenge, I just was like, you know what, this is definitely bigger than me, this challenge. And hold on a second. Hey, Ma! All right, never mind. I was going to tell her that I'm doing a podcast and to not bother me, but essentially I just shot myself in the foot. Anyway, I that was when I realized that this challenge is bigger than me. It's bigger than myself, and it's bigger. Yeah, I ate. Sorry, guys. You're welcome. I made her food. It's bigger than my fan base, and it's bigger than what I'm doing, quite literally. And I never realized that. I didn't realize that until Gary Vee retweeted it. And these are people who don't have to okay, yeah, Gary Vaynerchuk retweeted me and they follow Gary Vaynerchuk or whatever, that's their god. But either way, these people didn't have to reach out to me. They could have just watched the video and been like, yeah, that's awesome, keep it moving. But people were actually genuinely inspired by this gesture, this goal that I have. And I think that's pretty amazing. And right now, while I feel like I have to be averaging 2 to 3 songs a week in order to reach this goal, and I'm behind, like today, right after I record this podcast, I have to finish one song and like get started on like 3 others in order to be in order to be on target. Regardless of that, I'm optimistic of the outcome of this challenge. And even if I fall a week or 2 behind and I don't really hit it by my birthday, by June 29th, and let's say I have all 52 songs written by July at some point, I'll still know that it only took me 6 to 7 months I started this in January. It only took me 6 to 7 months to do this, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, because essentially I'm giving myself half a year. I say this year, but really it's half a year, because I want to start pushing these songs out and putting them out this year, 2018. I don't want to wait. I know it puts more pressure on me, but I feel like I need that pressure. And that's where I'm at with this 52 song challenge. And I want to document the way I want to vlog the studio sessions, the recording sessions, and maybe the writing sessions. I don't know. Those are private for me. When I'm in that element, it's private, especially if it's about feelings and stuff like that. I prefer to write alone. If it's something that is near and dear to me. And a lot of these songs are. There's a song that I was listening to when I first wrote it. I was like, this is kind of weird. It's different. I don't know how people are going to take to this, but whatever, I'm doing it for myself anyway. I'm still going to put it out there. It's called Not Alone. And I kind of rap and sing in the song. And at first, when I made it, I was like, it's all right. Then yesterday, I went to a studio session, a local studio, and I was listening. I pulled up the song and I listened to it, and I was like, I love the message in this song, and I love that I have this ability to put what I'm feeling into a song and have people feel something as well. And I'm going to be doing that 52 times this year. So I have a lot within me that I have to say and get out. Personal stuff, just stuff about worldly things. And this 52 song challenge is just that. It's a challenge. But like I said, it's bigger than me. And it's going to be amazing. And I just can't wait for you guys to hear what I have cooked up, I guess you can say. So that's that. There are, and I'm telling you, there's so much that goes into it. It's not just writing songs and releasing them. You have to find production for the songs, beats and stuff like that, instruments and instrumentals. You have to reach out to producers, and this is costly. This is definitely costly. Beats aren't free. Most of the time, my friend Jay Cloud makes beats, but I can't expect him to give me every single beat that he has for my challenge. You know what I mean? And And I want diversity. I want versatility in these songs. I love I love different sounds. You guys are going to get in these 52 songs, even in the 14 that I have so far, there's so much diversity. You're going to get pop. You're going to get like dark pop. You're going to get electro pop. You're going to get R&B. You're going to get a little bit of hip hop. Like, you're going to get everything from these songs. As far as sonically, the sound is just, each song is just so sonically different. And I want to do that, and I'm not trying to do it either. I'm just doing it naturally, but I want to put songs out that are sonically different each week to show that I am able as a songwriter to channel this type of genre, but then channel this type of genre, and then channel that type of genre. I could even write a country song, you know what I mean? And I want to showcase that, but also write stuff that's meaningful to me. So you guys, I just want everybody to understand what is going into this. It's going to take a lot of time, a lot of effort. It's already taking a lot of energy to do this. I'm right now I'm stressed out about like, where are the next beats coming from? Where am I getting the next 14 beats? You know, I have 14 songs. So what is that, 37 songs left? Where am I getting the 37 beats from? How am I going to do this? And I don't know. There's just so much to think about and so much to ponder about. So for anybody who is here following me from my main channel where I do reactions and stuff like that, I've been doing a lot of vlogs because it's easier to do vlogs, because when I'm out and about doing what I have to do, it's easy to just bring a camera and document it. As opposed to when I do reactions, I have to set time aside to sit in front of the camera and do it. You know what I mean? So that's why. And plus, I think it's cool to vlog this journey that I'm on right now. You know, I feel like that is valuable. Not that the reactions aren't valuable, but I feel like this journey, and if somebody can watch my journey to my dreams and be inspired by it at the core, and be inspired to go pursue their dreams, then that's what I want to do. That's the kind of content that I want to put out. So that's the 52 song challenge. I mean, in a not so nutshell, you know what I mean? That was pretty long-winded. But next is this songwriting contest. I haven't really touched on it, and I guess I'll explain what's going on. I submitted, and I mentioned this in a vlog on my main channel, but I submitted 2 songs to for free to this iStandard I Write competition. And iStandard is like a company, I guess. I don't know what they like, maybe a media company or like, you know, music company that they do a lot of promo for independent artists like myself, producers, songwriters, people behind the scenes. They focus on like the behind the scenes people, the creators, the producers, and the songwriters, not so much the artists. And they give undiscovered people like myself who are aspiring to be producer or songwriter, they give people like me a platform to network and gain opportunity. So on Instagram, because I've been trying to just get myself out there everywhere on Instagram, I came across this flyer, and I follow iStandard because I don't even know how, honestly, I started following them, but I do. And I love what they're doing with independent artists and you know, producers and songwriters, and they're very vocal about supporting your songwriter, giving credit to the people that credit is due. You know, we as consumers, not me, but you guys as consumers or as listeners of music, you guys hear the artists and hear them singing these songs and just assume that they're the writers. But 9 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times, they're not, just literally not writing the songs at all, or they're only like half writing them and they have help from professionals. You know what I mean? So, that's what is shown. You guys only see, sorry, my camera died. You guys only see the artists and not the team of people that create these songs. So iStandard gives songwriters literally a voice and a platform to show their skills. And they posted a flyer about, the I Write competition, and it was like, hey, email this email address, submit 2 songs, and if we accept you, then we'll take it further. So I submitted 2 songs off of my album Purgatory, Show You and Keep You Forever, and it was accepted. And apparently the email, I don't know how true this is, not that I'm trying to be skeptical or whatever, but apparently the email said 100 people applied and they only picked the top 20. I don't know, but that's what the email said. They picked me. They said, hey, we dig your stuff. We want to hear more from you. We want you to come to this event in Manhattan. This is the address. You get 1 free guest. You show pretty much 3 songs, 90-second demos of 3 of your songs to a panel of judges, and they critique and they judge you on a 1 to 10 scale. They judge, I guess, certain aspects of your song on a 1 to 10 scale, and the winner, the first place winner, gets like some gear, some cool, I think, headphones, a studio session with one of the judges. And all these judges are established producers or songwriters. So a studio session with one of them would be incredible, just to kind of network and build a relationship in that way and show your stuff. I'd be extremely nervous about it, but hey, it would be an opportunity. And again, in 2016, the girl who won actually ended up landing herself a publishing deal or a management deal with the owner of iStandard, or one of the founders of iStandard. And then through that management deal, she ended up landing herself a publishing deal with Bad Boy, with Diddy. And she's now, she started out here in New York and now lives in LA. So that's pretty dope, like really friggin' dope. And this is just an opportunity for growth and for building, and a chance for really solid opportunity in the music industry, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm extremely nervous. The event is March 20th. The vlog I posted, most recent vlog I posted the other day of me in a studio session with my friend Jay Cloud. That's one of the 3 songs that I'm going to be submitting or playing for the panel of judges. I'm not quite sure how it works. They have like a phone call that you have to call in this number, and they have a conference call where all of the people that are coming to be, to all the songwriters who are in the competition have to get on this call, and I guess they tell you what it's all about and what this entails. And I guess the little minor details and stuff like that. So I'm extremely nervous, but I'm hopeful, and whatever happens. I'm not going to go in there and be too cocky. I'm not going to go in there and not have confidence. I'm just going to, whatever happens. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to showcase my best stuff, and hope that everything goes well. So man, it's so scary. It really is, when I think about how nerve-wracking it is. I mean, I have the songs, there's not any more that I have to do, but you just want, music is so subjective, everybody's ear is different, and the same all at once, like there are people who love the Beatles, but then there are people who hate the Beatles. There are people out there who told Elvis Presley that he should go back to driving a truck because he'll never make it in the music industry. And then he blew up because people loved hearing his stuff. You know what I mean? So I've submitted my music to people. I've submitted both of these, Keep You Forever and Show You. I've submitted for like opportunities online to label executives and A&Rs, and I've gotten such mixed reactions from the same exact song. So it's nerve-wracking because you don't know what kind of ear you're showing your music to. It's scary, It really is scary. Not scary, but nerve-wracking. But in the last year that I've been trying to do this and submit music and stuff like that, I've learned that I can definitely take constructive criticism. I've even had people snarkily tell me that I should stop writing, like, people who are important, and I put that in quotes if you're listening, because they really aren't important, but they just pretend that they are. I submitted a song to a established, again in quotes, songwriter, and she basically told me in a very condescending way that I should get somebody else to write my songs for me. And pretty much like told me that my song, because of a certain way that I said something, was like corny. Like, like she was like, did you say, I'm not quite sure if you said XYZ, but if you did, which I did, then, that's kind of corny, like in a very stuck up, disgusting, nasty way. So I've been, I haven't always, it hasn't been, hey, your music is received well by everybody. It hasn't been like that at all. But I'm not discouraged by any of that, because I understand that my music isn't for everybody. And I understand that not everybody is going to vibe with my sound, and that's perfectly okay. It's the reason why there's Sinead O'Connor, but also Usher, and those two different, Sinead O'Connor is a very weird sound, and Usher's a very not generic, but very like R&B sound. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm rambling or if that makes any sense, but I understand that people aren't always going to get it. My sound is very different. I try not to put my sound in a box just because this is what sells. This is what people want to hear. This is where you should go because this is what makes a hit song. This is where it's going. I don't like to put my music in that type of box. There are songs out there, not especially, but in this 52 song challenge, I could think of like 2 off the top of my head that are kind of like that, not that they don't have substance, but they fit that, like, okay, this could be a hit. But then there are other songs out there that are like, wow, the message is great, but sonically, it's not really like anything I've ever heard before, if that makes sense. So my sound is different. That's basically what I'm trying to say, is the sound that I have is different. It can't be placed in one genre. It can't be placed. If you listen to my album, Purgatory, if you listen to that album and the songs on that album, there are only, I would say, there's really only 1 or 2 songs out there on the album, on the first part of the album, that are like commercial, your general run-of-the-mill pop song. The rest are very pop, but different. I personally have not heard anything really pinpointingly like what, like those songs. It's different. It's kind of a fusion of just go listen to the album and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's on Spotify and Apple, iTunes and Google Play and iHeartRadio, and my website, ToriFranco.com. All of that. If you really want to take a listen, SoundCloud has a bunch of songs on there. You can go hear what I'm saying. So needless to say, I understand that my sound isn't gonna captivate everybody. It's not for all audiences. You know what I mean? No song is. There are people out there who hate Justin Timberlake. There are people out there who hate Justin Bieber's music. There are people out there that can't vibe with Michael Jackson. Okay, I don't really know anybody who can't vibe with Michael Jackson, to be honest, but you get what I'm saying. But when you come to somebody and you pretty much degrade them in a condescending, what's the word I'm looking for? Patronizing way. When you're trying to talk down to them like you're better than them. And like, you know, those words when you say like hun and honey and like you don't know the person and you're saying, okay, hun. It's like talking down to somebody. And that's what this girl was doing. And she's a nobody to me, realistically, like a nobody. She probably doesn't remember me, but I remember her and I remember her comments. And yeah, she told me to stop writing, pretty much, to get somebody else to write my shit. And I don't think when you have somebody coming to you and showcasing their stuff to you for either a critique or an opportunity, you should never, ever tell somebody to stop doing it. That to me is the most destructive, unless they're like beyond not on par at all. Like if they're just absolutely horrible and their music has zero potential whatsoever, I mean, even then I don't think you should tell somebody to stop pursuing their dreams or stop doing what they love doing just because they're not the best at it. If you're going to critique somebody, you should give them constructive, that's why they call it constructive criticism, because you're helping to build and make that person better by critiquing them and telling them what they could work on. That I'm all for. Okay, I've been told before by plenty of people, you need to work on your melodies. Your melodic motifs need work. You could have better melodies. Okay, I'm down with that. That is not a bad critique whatsoever. 100%. And I challenge every time I write a song, I challenge myself to create better melodies that stick in people's heads more, and I listen to the music that I listen to, and I listen to certain songs that are hits, and I'm like, what about this melody is amazing? Okay, because it goes up here but then goes right down, like, you know what I mean? It made me think. That's constructive. When you're taking somebody's craft and you're pretty much saying, hey, this song isn't really my favorite, you should probably just quit altogether. That's not constructive. That's why I have a problem with this piece of garbage human being. And I have a problem with any person who tries to tell somebody who's pursuing their dream to stop because they're not up to par. You know what I mean? Think about how many sports people out there. Michael Jordan wasn't always the best basketball player. You know what I mean? He had to practice and keep building his muscle and going. You know what I mean? Who else? Einstein was looked at as, you know, somebody who was dumb. He had a mental disability, and he obviously, I think maybe he was dyslexic. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. But the fact of the matter is he wasn't always looked at as the smartest person or, you know, one of the smartest people that ever lived. He had to study to do that. And he probably had to study harder because he had a learning disability. You know what I mean? So you can't tell somebody, hey, you're not the best right now. So because you're not the best just naturally, you should just stop doing it. That is so destructive and disgusting to say to anybody who's got a goal or a dream. That's like saying somebody who's overweight, like, hey, I know you want to start this diet, but you're starting pretty overweight. So you should probably just not diet at all and not work out and quit before you even begin. Like, the fuck? What? That's what you say to somebody? So I take that very, very heavily. And that's why I don't like this bitch. And when I do make it, and when I do surpass her success, and trust me, I'm not going to say her name because, trust me, you guys don't even know who the hell she is anyway. When I do, I know who she is. When I do surpass her success tenfold, and she's coming to me for an opportunity, I'm going to look at her and be like, I remember you. Yeah, you know what? You told me not to keep writing. You told me to stop. You told me to get somebody else to write my songs. Now you're coming to me for an opportunity. Well, sorry. Door's not open for you. Have a wonderful life. Good luck in your endeavors. Enjoy. I can't wait. I just cannot wait. I'm a little salty about it. Anyway, rambling. I know that my music isn't for everybody, and that's why I'm so nervous about this songwriting contest, because I genuinely don't know how people are going to receive my music. And I'm scared even putting it out there that I'm in a contest, because how embarrassing is it going to be if I don't even place in the contest? You know, if nothing comes of this contest and I'm just like, okay, you know, whatever, nothing happened. It's going to be embarrassing to talk about afterwards. So like, just telling you guys that I'm in this competition, it is like nerve-wracking. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. That's it. That's what's on my mind lately. There's a lot more on my mind, but this has been on the forefront of my mind, and I just wanted to get it off my chest and release it into the universe, and hopefully this conversation that I'm having with myself and with my camera inspires somebody else out there to never stop. Don't stop pursuing your dreams. If anybody tells you you're not up to par, just challenge yourself even more to just don't let that negativity stop you. Let the negativity, flip the negativity, turn it into something positive, turn it into momentum, and let it motivate you. That is where success comes from. That is why people are successful, because when you are relentless in your dreams and you are relentless in your actions and you don't give a fuck what anybody says about what you should do, what you shouldn't do, where you're at, where you should go, where you're gonna be, when you get to that point, that is when you will undoubtedly, sorry, I can't speak. That's when you will undoubtedly reach success. Those people, those naysayers, they're just obstacles, and they're just opinions. That's it. Opinions are nothing. They don't define who you are. They don't define your worth. If there's nothing else you learn from this episode, just please take home the fact that you should never, ever give up on anything that you're trying to pursue. Because even if you're not meant to pursue the thing that you're directly set out to pursue, in pursuing that dream, the thing that you are meant to pursue or do in your life will just come to you. And it will, you know? Like this YouTube thing, if music doesn't work out, YouTube and podcasting is my shit. You know what I'm saying? So, needless to say, that's that. Thank you all for listening. If you've listened thus far, I know I've rambled a lot, but if you're still here listening, the secret word is... The secret word is shenanigans. Shenanigans is the secret word. If you're still listening, let me know what the secret word is in the comments below on YouTube or wherever you're at. Let me know. Let me know if you've listened thus far. Thank you all for your continued support and your continued motivation, your continued encouragement. I cannot thank you all enough. I appreciate it so much. It is what helps me to keep on moving. So thank you all. I love you all. Stay real, stay smiling, stay wonderful. Until next time, peace out.